Good morning, guys. How's it going? I am in Ko Tao in Thailand, and I've been attacked by a frisbee. Got hit in the face with that yesterday in the ocean. That was fun. But yeah, I'm on Ko Tao and I'm living for free. This is fantastic. It's a beautiful little island. It's not necessarily the most peaceful and idyllic. It is a bit of a party island. Down the bottom of the hill there where I've just come from, every night there's lots of parties. There's there's loud music going literally till about 3 or 4 o'clock every morning. But it is super cool, and I am living for free. I pulled up here, met a dude, and been sort of helping out at his hostel for a couple of days, just like playing beer pong with tourists, playing pool, taking them out to bars and stuff. And yeah, I get a bed to sleep in, I get 3 meals a day, and I get a couple drinks in the evening, which is actually great. So I'm quite out of breath now because I'm just walking up this massive hill. Check where I'm walking to. Trying to go up there on top of the mountain, see if I can't get in the jungle and see if I can get away from the sounds of humans. But yeah, this is a fantastic place to chill. Don't know how long I'm going to be able to stay because the party lifestyle is not really for me. But I'm going to see if I can take a walk around the island today and tomorrow and show you some of the more beautiful places, because there are some fantastic ones. If you are going to come here and you want to spend the day exploring the island, I recommend renting a scooter, because this hill I've just walked up is so steep. It's literally taken me 10 minutes to go 150 meters, because it's just like, this has got to be like 18% incline. It's actually ridiculous. I can barely stand up straight. It's insane. And since I left my bike in Laos, I kind of refused to rent a scooter because I've got a bike. I'm just really happy I didn't sell it and use the money to buy one here, because they are far too expensive. But I am kind of getting to the top of the hill, and there's supposed to be some pretty spots and some nice viewpoints, so I'm gonna go check it out. So tonight there is a jungle party, goes all night at this place called Escobar. Apparently once a week they do an all-night party in the jungle, and it's supposed to be pretty groovy. I will be going, because I'm taking all the guests there, but I don't know what it's gonna be like. So I've got to this viewpoint, it's called the Sunset View. I guess it's fantastic for a sunset viewpoint. There it is behind me, little path going up to it. But this is one thing that I don't really like about Thailand, is that you have to pay 50 baht to walk up this hill. Now that's like, not that much money. It's like £1.25, but still, I got paid to walk up a hill. It's not like you put the hill here, it's not like you built the hill. It's literally just a little path up a hill. And for that reason, there's no way I can pay that. Not because I don't have it, but just because I don't like the idea of paying to literally go and stand on top of a big old rock that's been here for thousands of years, probably millions of years. It's not me. So I'm gonna see if I can find a different one. Let's have a look. I've made my way off the tar road and just into this quiet little jungle track. It's really nice. It's super quiet, but even up on top of the island, the mountain, there's still a wall behind me. You can kind of see it through the bush. So although it's not developed, somebody looks like they own that land. Mad. I would really like to pop out on top of a hill and just get a cracking view of the island, but it seems you might have to pay for all of these viewpoints, which really sucks. And I don't just want to bumble through the bush and see if I can find a bit, because I heard about a girl falling off like a 6-meter cliff the other day doing exactly that. And people getting bit by snakes and stuff. So we'll see if we can't just pop out somewhere beautiful. So I've been walking now for like an hour at least, or actually more. Like I've been walking on top of the mountain for like an hour, and there is literally nowhere you can go for free. Like there's no free viewpoints. There's no pretty spots. You literally have to pay for everything. So if you're traveling Thailand to go and find really idyllic, beautiful spots where you can chill out and you can sit in some amazing viewpoints, Ko Tao is probably not the one. If you are traveling Thailand because you want to get pissed and party, Ko Tao is the place, because it's just pumping all the time. You know, I think it's a little bit different depending on where you go. I've heard Koh Phanyang's kind of similar, a lot of parties and stuff. I think I want to go somewhere quieter. Where I was last week in Koh Lak was just the most relaxing, idyllic thing or place, but because there was no waves, it was like too relaxing. There was nothing to do, so I had to leave. But now I'm here. It is an amazing spot, and I'm definitely going to stick around for a little bit longer because I've got a sweet gig and the people that I work with are quite cool. So I am going to stick around for a bit, but I think I'm going to get bored relatively quickly because I can't go and sit in a beautiful place. I can't just go up to a viewpoint, you know, just for 20 minutes before I start work and just chill out, because I've got to pay 50 baht or 60 baht or whatever it is, and I'm really not interested in that. And I saw like a little barbed wire fence on the side of the road, so I climbed over it and I've walked up this little path. Tiny little path through the bush. Don't have any shoes on, so it was sketchy. If you think there's snakes around, stamp really heavy. Hopefully they should bugger off. But I found a view, and it is an amazing view. Straight out there into the ocean. We're facing, I believe, west at this point. So the mainland of Thailand is about 120 kilometers that way. I think I'm just gonna sit by that nice view for a little bit. I've got a couple of hours until I need to start doing what I need to do down at the hostel. So I'm just gonna chill, because this is the best view I've had since I actually got to the island. I haven't done that much walking around. Obviously, I don't have a bike, so I haven't really been exploring too much. I'm just gonna chill here for a bit. Such a lacquer spot out there. I just wish there was waves, man. I want to surf. I've heard on Koh Payam, which is a little bit further north from Koh Lak. I've heard there's waves there, but you know, I also heard that there was waves in Koh Lak, and that's the wrong time of year, so I don't know. I think I'm going to stick around on this island for a little bit until I'm completely sure that there's waves somewhere. Got the phone number of one of the guys who works down by in Koh Lak on Memories Beach, and I was like, text me when the waves start coming, because I really want to come chill. But I'm definitely going to kick it here for a couple of days. I'm walking back down the hill now, and I'm getting pretty close to the little town where everything is and where I stay. And I just want to show you what it's like, because it's not what you would expect. It's not some little sandy lanes, you know, on the beach. If you've ever been to the islands in Cambodia, like Koh Rong and Koh Rong Samloen or Koh Tao, there's absolutely nothing like that. Those islands are relatively quiet if you find the spot, with little jungle paths going everywhere. Especially Koh Tao, it is so barren, it's fantastic. Whereas here, it is, I mean, you feel like you could be in a town or like in a bloody city at times. It's quite busy. Packed with drunk youngsters, but you know, everyone's having a great time, and that's what it's all about. So we'll take a walk through town now and I'll film it. I'm not going to say much because you literally won't be able to hear me. There'll be music and trucks and loud motorbikes and all sorts of crap going on, but still it'll be good to walk around. This is like as you first start to get back into town. We're still a little 10-minute walk from the middle of town, but you can hear there's construction equipment going on over there. There's lots of like little houses and businesses and places to eat. It's getting busier and busier, and the buildings are getting bigger and bigger. But I don't think that should be on a little beach island. Maybe it's just me, but I'd rather be in like a little bamboo hut straight on the sand than some big fancy hotel. I guess that's just my personal opinion, but it's just not for me. Look how ridiculously busy this place is. There's not that many people right now, but I mean just like cluttered with buildings. Go walk down one of the little walk streets. So busy, man, with 7-Eleven and stuff. Whoa, yes, boy. Crazy, bro. This is not an island paradise. It's just bars and like shops to buy expensive clothes and loads of weed shops everywhere. Everyone's just selling bud, and the food is so expensive. Like, you can go and spend £10 on a meal easy, no shit. We spent the last few months spending less than $1 on a meal. Thailand, and specifically these islands, are ridiculous. We've just been taking a gander around town. And they've got a banging gym here, like a really well-equipped gym, but it's not just a gym, right? It's also a firing range. It's a gym and a firing range. Taking a look, obviously I can't film in there, they won't let me, but they have everything. Rifles, handguns, shotguns, massive rifles, little 22s, 9mm, like literally everything you can imagine they've got in there. And it's not that expensive, it's like 20 quid, 20 pounds roughly, so you can fire off a couple of rounds. It's not really my thing. I spent far too much time in Africa to have any interest in guns whatsoever. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of crazy. Like, you come here to this little party island. It's a bit of a weird mix. Parties and all-night clubs. And firing ranges where you can shoot whatever you want. I'm just gonna take a walk down to the beach now and see if it ain't so busy, and maybe I can show you guys how pretty it is and how busy it is. I'm like a 2-minute walk from the beach now. And I'm walking down these little lanes and alleyways, and as you can see around me, it is super fancy hotels. Look on that side. It's like these fancy hotels which are well out of my budget. And actually, if I wasn't helping out this island, I literally wouldn't be able to afford anything, like even food. Like the minimum you're gonna pay for a meal is like 80 baht, which is like £2. I've been paying nothing for food for a long time, or next to nothing for food for a long time. So that is just like a hell of a dent. But yeah, as I said, I'm like 2 minutes from the beach, down these little lanes, and there's all these like pools and dive centers. I mean, dive centers are cool, and the pools are pretty cool because you can come down here in the middle of the night and just jump in a pool if you're too hot. There's one of the dive center pools. In the pool in their dive gear, which is pretty cool, I guess. If you're not used to it, then it's good to get a little bit of practice in first. Walk a little bit further down and there's even more fancy pools in hotels. Fancy pools with fancy people. And then you get down here and it is really beautiful, but it is also extremely busy in both directions. Crazy, just everywhere. So like these full-on beach resort style all the way down the beach. And it is stunning. But this ain't really for me. So many expensive, fancy places and fancy people. It just goes on and on forever. The further down the beach you get, the quieter it does become. There's less like hostels and beach bars and party bars and more little restaurants and bungalow situations going on, which is definitely nicer. Although actually, there is now a car on the beach, which is a bit mad. I'd love to see a place that was just like pure empty bliss. The islands in Cambodia, like Koh Rong Sam Learn and Koh Tao, those places are paradise, and I'm sure there's somewhere like that in Thailand. I just haven't found it yet. And that's going to be my next little mission. But I'm going to walk all the way down to the end of the beach, right down to the end, to the quietest spot. See if it's not a little bit more relaxing. Right down the end of the beach is definitely one of the more quiet spots. There's just like this big pile of boulders at the end of the beach, and you come sit here and the water's lapping against it, and you actually, okay, you can. I was going to say for the first time in a week, I haven't heard the pump, the drum of the techno that is just always playing here, which is a bit much. Right down at the end of the beach, there's this big old resort. So they obviously try and keep it quiet for the rich people guests that come and spend a lot of money to relax. And it is a beautiful spot. Like there's like the resort over there. They've got hammocks lying in the trees and stuff. They've got heaps of places to chill. And damn, it is a beautiful spot. Check here on the other side. It's quite a cracking view. Loads of boats over there, close to the pier. And there's just people everywhere in the water, snorkeling and swimming. Just generally having a good time. Probably just going to spend, well, it's about 4 o'clock now, so I'm probably just going to spend an hour or two chilling, have a little swim, just relax in the water and cool off because it's freaking hot today. And then I'll come back down, well, I'll go get some food and I'll come back down for the sunset, because the sunset from here is actually spectacular. As long as it's not cloudy, because that sucks. But when it's not cloudy, the sunset's just over there in the west, and it looks ridiculous. So I'm gonna hang out and then I'll show you guys the sunset when it happens. Time for sunset. It's like 6:10, and I'm just walking down. It's just started raining, which kind of sucks. It's not raining very hard, but it is super cloudy, so I'm not sure that it's gonna be a fantastic sunset. Although, I can see down the end of the beach and there is a little bit of colour in the sky. Colours are pretty damn crazy out there. I feel like they're just gonna get madder. The sun's actually still pretty high. You can see it up in the cloud there. How mad is that sunset? It's crazy how quickly it goes down in this part of the world because you're so close to the equator. You can actually stand here and just watch it drop real quick. There's a boat going right across it right now. It looks too perfect. Such a beautiful place, man. It's a shame to actually want to leave, but I definitely need to go to a place that is more relaxed, and I will do very soon. Listen to that sound, that's insane. All the insects in the tree. And they have massive bats here as well, but I think it's too early for that. And it's just about to disappear. It's literally falling over the edge. At least it was pretty. I did not think it was going to be pretty. Really cloudy. The sun has completely disappeared now. And yeah, I think it's time to go home and go to sleep. Definitely, if you're coming to Thailand and you want a party backpacker scene, come to Ko Tao, because it's sick. But for me, I think I'm going to get on the boat tomorrow night, back on that same bloody rust bucket that I got on the other day. I'm going to go back to the mainland and I'm going to go and find some waves, because just getting a little bit bored. Go find somewhere else to hang out. And check, I met my friend Mira again. I don't know if you remember her from a previous video, but I met her on the side of the road in Vang Vieng. She was hiking in the sun and I gave her a lift to the mountain. And now she happens to be on the same island as well. So we're just going to chill and watch the sunset. And, well, actually it's gone. We're going to go get some food and I'm going to end this video because I'm hungry and it's pissing with rain. And, yeah, stay groovy, guys. I will catch you in the next video.